Hi everyone. I just figured that I would make a little video here kind of describing how I got to learn of Jared and that Kelly. Um, Pretty much it was, not unlike meeting anybody else, although with as much time as I spend on Facebook, um, it was really simple. You meet people online, you meet other people find out about you, and they friend you. Well, that was pretty much how it is between me and Kelly, and also a few other people in that circle. Um, but to make it short, I had met Kelly roughly a year ago, and I had, pretty much been right at the forefront of what was going on with her as well as a few other people. And I um, had developed a really good friendship with her. Uh, and in the interim, when I first found out about Jared, I just simply couldn't believe it. And I, you know, I was pretty much there throughout all the grief, and I still am. There's still grief in that loss, as well as other people who have lost, or, other people who have experienced hardship as a result of mold toxicity or anything else that's related to it. But what I wanted to say is that I was extremely grieved to find out that she had lost her son, as well as other people. And when I had first had an exposure to all the people and all the hardships they had gone through in these groups, my heart just went out to all of them. And I just wanted to be an advocate. So ever since then, I've pretty much been on board to be an advocate and to do whatever I could to help the people that were, you know, struggling, suffering, whatever it was. My heart goes out to all of them. I wish I could help all of them in some way, shape, or form, although that doesn't always materialize. But I definitely have a heart and a willingness to do it if I can. But in regards to Jared, and also to this video more specifically, I had heard that um, videos could be made, and I just wanted to make a video just to see if I could contribute something. But I've just pretty much, you know, kind of been making maps, and I think that's more along the lines of just helping people for it to be more convenient in regards to like making maps of certain mold doctors that people would recommend, or uh, also just general institutions, or people's residences, if I get permission from them to plot their former residence on the map, just in case, the landlord still wants to sell the house, even though that house put them in the hospital, just so that they could know that that house, should pretty much not be sold in a sense, as a matter of principle. But also, with the doctors, on a separate note, it's very, very difficult to find mold doctors. But that's only half the issue. The other half is being able to afford the care that they provide, because most of them do not accept insurance. And so, what a lot of people will do, I'm guessing, is that there's this new thing called Care Credit. Um, I think that's what it's called, and it's pretty much where you put your health care expenses on a credit card over a certain amount of time. And a lot of people end up, using their care credit for their initial visits and finding out if they actually have mold toxicity in case the insurance doesn't cover it. Now, there have been some cases to where, they found out about that. But don't want to get too much into it. There's a lot of things that I could say about, the exposure that I've had, and about other things that I've just gone through myself personally, which I don't think is really much compared to the people that have the genetic susceptibility to mold and to getting sick in general. But I did want to say this in regards to Jared. Jared, you are somebody, and I wanted to say I am somebody too. But I also wanted to say that to represent all the other kids just like you who are suffering and are going through, or I should say were suffering, not suffering anymore. But also people who are continuing to suffer in regards to the toxic mold issue. And with that, I am so excited about this video and what it means for people in general in the mold community. And I hope that we can reach people with it, and at the same time send them a real message as to what it's really like for the people that struggle and work in the vigilance that they have to have, so to speak, from people that have to work daily in order to make sure that they're not exposed or they don't get any sicker than they are right now, because they pretty much are sick all the time, and it does not stop. Not really. They might have a few breaks here and there, but from my exposure and from my understanding, it's not that much of a break. It's a constant energy depleting task that requires constant attention, and we need help. We really do. And I think that's partly what this video is designed to do, is to try and make people more aware, the people that count, and to get their help, to get them to jump on board so that we can get more awareness with this. And I guess if there was anything else I was going to say, I think one of the biggest needs is that we need doctors to have the coverage for the insurance. And I know there's a few legal loopholes there, but I know the general pattern has been that the insurance companies automatically, as soon as they found out that mold toxicity was going to be an issue, all of a sudden they started making exclusions in the insurance policies way back in the early 2000s. Right around the same time that Ed McMahon was going through his lawsuit at about 2003, even before then. And there's so much more I could say about that, but I would just like to leave it at that, because this is already 8 minutes, and I'm not even sure I could upload it to Facebook. In fact, no, I'm not going to do it to Facebook. I'm going to do it to YouTube, but Facebook wouldn't even be able to take this. But I hope that this is partly what people are looking for, and if you like it or if you don't, let me know, and I'll make another one that's more specific or more concise, shorter. But I'll talk with whoever later, and you guys have a good day. Thank you.